Tough environment. Knew it was going to be a tough game against a top 10 team in the country, but also felt like we had an unbelievable game plan. But I figured the game plan wouldn't be as effective if we couldn't rebound the ball. We knew we'd make them miss plenty of shots, but what they do on a daily basis, they prepare the offensive rebound, and that's what they did again tonight. And we fell short of doing that. Therefore, we have a loss, another loss against this team.
We'll take questions for Coach. If you have one, please just put a Q in the chat. We'll start with Danielle.
Penny, on that final play, what were you saying to the guys before Houston inbounded the ball, and just how did you feel seeing Mark get the shot that he got?
Well, initially we were going to foul because we had 2 fouls to give, but we felt like if they advanced at the half court and we fouled them, they would have like 1.5. And everybody in America has at least 5 or 6 plays from the half court that they can run and get a good look at the basket. So we wanted them to advance at full court with Malcolm Dandridge all over the ball. He was jumping on the ball. I don't know how good of a job he did because I was watching Mark and Gorham and then that little group with Lester and Damian Ball. And when he bounced it, I just knew one of our guys was going to get around him and just steal it because the bounce pass is the easy. I mean, it's the worst pass you can throw from that length of the floor. I've never seen it happen, and we didn't. I guess they were playing safe and didn't want to foul. And he turned to a strong hand. When he turned to a strong hand, I didn't like that at all because it was 1.7 seconds. And when he split Damian Ball and Lester, and he released the ball from my angle, I saw it going in all the way.
What do you tell guys in the locker room after such a heartbreaking loss like that?
Just to learn from this game, because they're a team that plays hard for 40 minutes. They don't take plays off. So we just have to learn how to get to that level. We're very talented, but we take way too many plays off. And we came into the game understanding what we had to do to them, and that was to keep them off the glass, and we didn't do a good job.
Jason?
Yeah, hey, Penny, for the first time in a while, the opponent did out-rebound you, but was that the key weak point in today's game, or did you think that, there was some other, obviously the foul trouble was something else, and the free throw shooting was also another area? If you had to identify one area where if it goes the other direction, things might be different?
The rebounding. You just have to do it. They force you to do it because they're going to come every single time. They force you to be physical and box them out. Obviously, you can't shoot 50% from your free throws. So between the offensive rebounding and free throws, wasn't good at all.
Terry?
How you doing, Coach?
Doing good. How you doing?
Hey, how different did your game plan change because you only played Williams and Cisse a total of 11 minutes in the first half?
Well, they both were in foul trouble, so I wasn't trying to get their third foul. And Deandre, I told him before the game, I told him yesterday, you're too aggressive sometimes, so you cannot get into foul trouble. That's the only thing I foresaw that could give us problems. With the bigs getting into foul trouble, or one of our main players getting into foul trouble, it was Deandre. He only played 19 minutes. And that's not enough minutes in a big game on the road. That hurts you big time. And those 2 fouls. Then he got his 4th foul with about 11 minutes to go or 12 minutes to go or something like that. And I had to sit him down for like 4 or 5 minutes. It hurts us when that happens with him. And with Moussa, you want to put him back out there because Malcolm's playing well, but he just never got his rhythm.
Mark Berman?
Hey, Penny, you've obviously had great wins in your career and tough losses. Where does this one stack up as far as tough losses go?
Well, it's up there because we knew what was at stake. We didn't have our starting point guard. Well, our star point guard, he's not a starter, but our star point guard, our guy that calms us down, the guy that an extra defender, leads the league in steals. This, without us having him, I can say the guys fought really hard, even though we made a lot of mistakes. But this loss, it goes up there pretty high with me because of what was at stake.
Kelvin said after the game, hats off to you guys. He complimented you on you should have a really good shot at the NCAA tournament. What do you think about this Houston team now that you've gotten a close up look at them this go around?
Man, just toughness always from Coach Sampson. That's his trademark. That's his deal. Guys are going to play hard for the entire time that they're out on the floor. They're going to make mistakes, but they cover up their mistakes with just energy, high energy. And they are professionals at rebounding, offensive rebounding the basketball. They do it every day, all day. They prepare for it. They're committed to it. And, man, they're just a great program.
2 more. Clayton?
Hey, Penny, you mentioned it, A-Lo, going on the road to play Houston, the foul trouble early on, all that happening, and then you get that shot to tie with 1.7 left from Boogie on that long 3. Was there a moment there that you're allowing yourself to think, man, we can overcome and defy all the odds here and get this win? Was there any point where you're allowing yourself to think that down the stretch?
Not really. Maybe a second, but I knew that it was still 1.7 seconds in. We hadn't been in that situation all year where we had to guard full court with a tie game. And I thought that we would be able to handle it. We didn't handle it well. It's something that we got to use as a teaching point when it comes to the guy that's on the ball, to the guys that are covering the guys in the backcourt backcourt. And it's just a tough loss.
Yeah, obviously, there's a lot of pain there, but is this a loss like this and a battle like this something that can fuel you guys when it comes into the conference tournament next week?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're playing a top 10 team on the road in their building, senior day, with all that's at stake, and to be in the game, tie game with 1.7 seconds left, and they hit a half-court shot to beat you. I think that's pretty damn good.
Last question, Jason?
Hey, Penny, do you think you have to win the tournament next week to get into the NCAA tournament?
We're Memphis. Of course we have to win to get in. Nobody's going to give us anything, man. We've shown that we're a tournament team. Nobody in the country comes into Houston and plays the way we just played, especially without A-Lo, and to be in the game with a tie game with 1.7 seconds left and not be an NCAA tournament team on the road, not a neutral site. So, believe me, we understand that what we have to do when we go to Dallas. Our mindset is on winning it. But we're going to have to face this team again. And that's the way we look at it. We got to win our game on Friday and then be ready to play this team again on Saturday. Not overlooking anybody, but if you're going to get the championship, you got to go through this team.